My name's Miranda, and I'm a sophomore.
1. I'm Sydney. 2. I'm a sophomore.
I'm Jessica. I'm a sophomore. The perks of college, in particular at UCLA, are that the dorms are within stumbling distance from the frats. I'd have to go with that as my number one.
I made a list. 1. Friends. So every time I meet somebody new, I Facebook friend them, and then I print out all their information and put it in a binder and label it, so then when I run into them on campus unexpectedly, I can talk about their favorite movies and TV shows and talk about our mutual friends. 2. Independent. Well, even though I do talk to my parents at 8:35 p.m. every night, I do feel a lot more independent here than I did at home. At UCLA, there's a lot of things going on, a lot of parties and events, and so every day I write in my agenda. I rank them from 1 to 4, the events, so 1 being most important, 4 being least important, so then the next day I know exactly what I need to go to.
You have the chance to reinvent yourself. No one remembers that 2 months that you spent only talking backwards like Yoda. While I think it's totally fine to go through like a few Star Wars phases or whatever, there's a lot of people who'd be like, hey, you only leave the house when you have your lightsaber? That's weird. My advice to you is not to get discouraged if you don't figure out what you want to do right away at school. I was declared pre-med at first, and now I'm linguistics and English, and I love it. People might think that I, switched my major because I failed my first biology class that I had to take, but that's not it. I thought about it. By the time I graduate medical school, everyone's going to be bionic. Like, we're not even going to need doctors anymore, but we are going to need, like, shit to do in our free time. So that's where my 15-page papers on Jonathan Swift will come in.
Choosing a major. It's really important to do. You all need to have one. When I did it, I printed out all the requirements, all the faculty, everything that I needed. So I made separate piles, and I color-coded each one. I highlighted all the important information, and then pro and con list, my favorite part. All future salary opportunities, activities, faculty, difficulty, I needed to know. I finally faked communications, and you might think it's boring, but I love it.
First thing you should do is go to the major site page and then click on the drop-down menu. Just pick one of the first few A's. Anthropology. I can dig shit up, so it makes sense. I also like old things. I dislike people, so the other social sciences were out. Math and science aren't really my strong points with the numbers and the charts. So, digging mostly.